Alright guys, it's midnight on a normal Monday and tomorrow I need to work in the morning, but I wanted to record this video, and like you saw, I worked the whole day. I'm completely drained out, but I definitely wanted to complete this today. On the last few days I was at the UPW in Köln in Germany. Alright, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So, at very first, I want to share with you how the experience actually was for me, because I can tell you also, like, personally, this was one of the greatest things I ever did in the space of self-development and all these kind of things, because I actually never went completely by my own without any friends or any colleagues or anything, just to a different city and to a seminar or something. I never was actually at a seminar, and this experience actually showed me how overpowered seminars are, you know. I think it's very important to understand that going alone to these places, or going alone to these self-development things, seminars and everything, is such a big impact, and it has such a big impact, and it's also a huge benefit with from going with friends and stuff. Because I realized because I was alone, I actually did not have anybody to to watch for, or to look that he's also happy and stuff. I just could look for my own and do the things I wanted to do. So what I actually did, I connected with a whole lot of people, experienced a whole lot of things, and actually did it exactly like I wanted to do it. That's something I actually learned and experienced, and that was very beautiful for me. Also going to the city I never was before, and have the experience of a seminar. That was the first thing that I actually learned. And to actually close the point, it was actually beautiful to actually see the environment and all the people. There were literally like 2,500 people or something, all with one sake. They would just want to improve one point of their life, or one thing in their life, or they had a goal, or they're like in self-development or anything like that. And also most people I talk with had a business or were actually doing pretty good in life, and that's what's just beautiful for me, to be in that environment and have these kinds of standards. Because I think environments are everything, because environments either going to pull you up or drain you down, but I talked about that in another video. That's something I actually experienced there, talking with so great people and actually connecting with them. And in case you're asking yourself why I'm talking so quiet, it's just because my whole family is sleeping and I can't talk too loud. Like I said, it's midnight on a Monday evening. So yeah, so now to actually get to the learnings and what I actually learned directly, the theory of success, the things that I actually took away from me, the gold nuggets from the event. And I want to share just a few of them, because I think if I would tell you everything, it wouldn't make sense and you wouldn't like remember all the information. I'm just going to give you the three most important ones that for me, that I think are the biggest learnings I took away from myself. So the very first is that your past does not equal your future. Your past does not equal the future is so simple. But what it actually means is that no matter what you did in the past, or no matter what happened, or all the things that your limiting beliefs and the problems that you had, the problems that you faced, the times you failed and everything, it doesn't mean that you will fail the next time. It's just next shot. And if you can make that cut in your head, that you say, okay, forget the past, let's move on with the future, that's so powerful that you just can, like, with everything, every new step, you can just, okay, new person, and forget the old failures and mistakes and everything. Just focus on now and forget the past in your brain, but just move on to the future. That doesn't mean that you should like cut out your past, but just forget it mentally for that moment, to actually fully immerse and fully focus on what you're now going to do and what you're going to focus on. And second, what I definitely took out for myself was that I actually saw the theory of success in the way what are the 5 steps that how is success built up. And I'm going to share this with you because I think it's very powerful. So at the very first, it needs to be crystal clear what you want to achieve. Second step is, why do you want to achieve this goal? These are all emotional beliefs or emotional reasons why you want to achieve your goals. And then third, you need to take massive action. Do and go completely after it. Because if you just know it, that doesn't mean that you apply it. You just also need to apply it. And that also brings me back to the point I made before. Just do it. Just take enormously much action, because the action is also going to make it great for you. And it's going to actually give you the success. Without action, nothing happens. Fourth, once you took the action, you need to reflect. And that's also what I do now. Reflect after the action. Because the reflection is going to give you the learnings and actually give you all the things that you learned. Step 5, adjusting. Once you reflected and saw, okay, what can I do better? What can I change? Then you need to make the change and actually improve that. And move on with the change and do that all the time. Reflect, adjust, reflect, adjust, reflect, adjust, and then take massive action all the time. That's just going to give you so much momentum and an upward spiral that's going to make you successful. Now, second day, yesterday I actually just knocked out. I slept 6.5 hours, feel pretty great, and now I'm going to head to breakfast and reflect a bit and then head to the event. Peace. The third step actually was that I learned myself much better to know than ever before. I understand why I was doing stuff and the reasons why what are my driving forces, what are the things that I want, that I love, that I'm passionate about, that I hate, that I actually really want. Why do I want them? Where does this come from? What are my driving forces? And that was actually an exercise where he explained this perfectly, where I actually could find this out. And that's something I actually also advise you to do. There are 4 main drivers humans, or 4 things humans do and why they do it, and everybody has some of them, but some are more dominant in some persons and some are less dominant in other persons. So the 4 are: first, certainty; the second is uncertainty; then the third is love and connection; and the fourth is significance. Significance, love and connection, certainty and uncertainty. Then there are also 2 spiritual ones, which is growth and contribution. But these 4 main ones, I think they're so powerful, and they make you understand why are you doing stuff and what are your real driving forces. Are you craving certainty or are you craving uncertainty? Are you either somebody that craves love and connection, or somebody who's more about significance? And like I said, everybody has at least a little of everything, but there's just some of them that are more dominant in some persons and some that are less dominant in other persons, and that's just what you need to realize. Alright guys, Tony Robbins, Stay Free. First 2 days were actually literally quite crazy, and now it's going to get even crazier when today's going to be the craziest day. Alright guys, the last day I actually learned so much, enormously much. I'm also going to reflect and resume all that stuff. kind of in the train. No, I don't get the last things about the event, all the things I need. And yeah, it's going to be very, very important. Now I'm going to drop off the bag to the hotel, going to get to the event and then crush it. Let's fucking get it. Peace. Alright guys, the event is now done. I'm now walking to the hotel and then get to the train. I actually can't explain how great this thing was. Like, I mean, only the fact that I learned so much about how great seminars are and like self-development stuff. Like, only the fact that there are only people that are actually crushing it in, or like pushing it in life. There's much more qualified people in that realm, and all that knowledge and all these things, I think it's just also powerful. And that's just beautiful, all that stuff, you know. And that's just the greatest thing I ever did in self-development sphere, you know. Also how much I learned about myself, all this information that's in this book, how much I learned about, there's actually a theory behind developing yourself and everything. Literally mind-blowing for me. Great event, literally great event. I loved it. I mean, yeah, that's investing money in yourself. Buying all these things. And then to actually clock off this video, what I actually also analyzed and realized in this whole event was the sales funnel and the marketing, and why are actually people watching Tony Robbins? Why are they buying his things? Why are they like getting all the things he offers and does, and why do so many people love him? Why did he got the greatest speaker of the time now? And the first thing I actually realized is that he's such a great storyteller. Storytelling is something so great, and I think that makes speakers the greatest people, because stories are actually what people love. Stories, you know. The whole life is a story, and if you are great at telling stories, that's just so beautiful. I mean, Tony Robbins could actually make the most boring thing to the greatest story, and that's also something I realized that I actually want to analyze and learn. How does he do it, and why? Like, what does he do? And because it's so great, he tells such great stories. Everybody's laughing, and it's just so beautiful. The other thing is that the whole event and the whole Tony Robbins, the emotional roller coaster, and that's a very big thing in sales. That's my mentor in sales always taught me, make the people have an emotional roller coaster. And I mean, there are people laughing, they're crying, they're thankful, they're grateful, they're sometimes very sad, they're everything. Like, you feel so many emotions, you're screaming, you're jumping, you're whatever, and that just makes that all these emotions make it so much more, make this experience so strong and so great, and so they will never ever forget it. And that's just why I think so many people love Tony Robbins. And then also the sales and the marketing funnel is so great that he does. I mean, he has some books and some movie and whatever, and that just gets you started. Then you buy, I don't know, the next book, and then you want to go on an event or something, and then once you're on an event, you want to get to for example, the UPW, like the Unleash the Power Within. You want to go to a seminar of him or whatever. Then in the seminar, he upsells you to his masterminds or whatever they are, closer groups where you actually learn from him directly in specific areas, like for example their Date of Destiny, Mindset Mastery and everything like that. And that just upsells you and you get up the ladder. And that's just so crazy and beautiful that I saw how great he's actually selling. Also the way he does it, like in the first day he almost does not sell anything. The second day he sells a bit more, and then the third day he sells a bit more. Then the fourth day he sells completely. And that was just something I found very, very powerful, how he actually sells and why so many people love him. And then lastly, I actually think it also was very great that how he did it. Like, he actually now also starts to make money while he's sleeping and while he's not working. I mean, the UPW was 4 days and he actually was only there for 2 days. Also, so he talked only for 2 days. So at the other time there was some other speakers that are taking his role, and that just gave him so much more time. And I think that's something I definitely realized. I want to build systems and things that work without me actually putting in the time, because every time your time is spent to the money, you're never actually going to get free. Like he also made a great example for that. He was skiing with a friend and his friend laughed at him because he said, I made some money while we're skiing and you're not. You lost money. That's just so beautiful, and that's also why I'm going to move out of sales now and get into marketing, because there I actually can build systems and not make the time dependent on how much I earn. Once you actually unleash your time, you build systems that are not bent to your time, then it's actually when you have the real potential and you can make money while you're doing something else or while you're sleeping. That's so beautiful and powerful. Alright guys, and that was it. That was it from the UPW reflection from 2024. And I just am so enormously thankful and grateful for this event. And I can't express it how thankful I am that I learned so much, got so much out of this event. It's all in here. And on that note, I'm going to thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next one.